Hi guys, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Today I just wanted to share with you guys some quick and easy recipes. These recipes are made from ingredients that were either about to go bad or were purchased for a specific purpose and now have no use and have just been lying around. I hope you guys like this video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. So the first ingredient are frozen bananas. Usually when my bananas get this ripe, I freeze them. For this recipe, you'll need one frozen banana. You'll also need a cup of milk. You can use any milk of your choosing. I'm using cashew milk today. And all you do is blend that until you get a smooth, creamy consistency. I then transferred my smoothie into a glass. I usually just drink the smoothie like this, but today I decided to be extra fancy, so I added a teaspoon of dulce de leche. And this dulce de leche was actually transferred from its tin to a glass container to preserve it for longer. I had this for breakfast, so I also had it with a grapefruit, and I actually only ate half of the grapefruit, and I will show you what I did with the extra half. And the next ingredient I have is basil, and as you can see, this basil is actually wilting. So what I decided to do with it was a pesto. For this recipe, we'll be mainly using the leaves. I roughly chopped them with my hands and put them in the blender. This was about 1.5 cups. I then added 2 cloves of garlic, and then I also added some pine nuts, which I lightly toasted on my pan. You will also need about 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese, and you'll also need about 1/4 cup of olive oil. And now we're going to add our secret ingredient. This recipe usually calls for lime juice, but I didn't have any and I had my leftover grapefruit, so I just added that in. So I just gave it a little bit of a squeeze and then I blended up everything. I forgot to mention this, but I also added some pepper and salt to taste. Although Parmesan is salty, I just felt that I needed a little extra. As mentioned, you can preserve this in your fridge for about a week. This smelled amazing. It looked amazing. The consistency is perfect. I had this for lunch with spaghetti squash, and I purchased the spaghetti squash a while ago. It's really easy to make. You can either make it in the microwave by wrapping it up in plastic and microwaving it for 6 minutes, or you can make it in the oven. You put it in a pan with water and you put it facing down and you bake it for about 30 minutes. So once it is cooled down, you can just scrape it with a fork as you've seen. So that's basically what I did, and I mixed that with 2 tablespoons of pesto. And I was feeling fancy, so I just put it back in its skin. It is one of my favorite things to do, and there is an added creaminess to the spaghetti squash, which makes it delicious. I purchased some tenderflake mini shells when I was making individual quiche for my birthday, and I had so many leftovers, so I decided to make a dish with it. So this is going to be either for dessert or appetizers. We're going to make a savory and a sweet dish. The first dish is savory, and all you need to do is add a little bit of Brie in the shells, and you pop it in the oven at 350 for about 12 to 13 minutes. Once everything is ready, you will then take it out, and it is looking delicious. All I'm going to do is add about 1/2 teaspoon of jam. So the jam I'm using today is raspberry jam, and I'm also going to add a little bit of prosciutto. So this was about 1 slice of prosciutto that was just chopped up. This as an appetizer, I swear, people will talk about it forever. I was feeling super lazy, so I purchased lemon curd, but you can make this yourself. For the sweet pastries, we're going to add about 1 tablespoon of lemon curd per tart, and then we're just going to go and flatten it out. As you guys can see, it just takes over the whole tart. You can serve it like this, but if you want to be fancy like I added some extra berries, and then I powdered the berries. This is a great dessert, and they are individual servings, so you kind of don't feel guilty. So these are all the recipes I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.